My coworker broke my finger because I reported his overtime fraud. I was sitting in Harborview's emergency room at 3:14 a.m. on Thursday, my left pinky finger swollen purple and throbbing with each heartbeat. The doctor had just confirmed what I already knew: hairline fracture, 4 to 6 weeks in a cast. My phone buzzed on the plastic chair next to me. Brad had sent a Slack message. Hope you learned your lesson. I screenshot it immediately, my good hand shaking. When I refreshed the app 5 seconds later, the message was gone. Deleted, like it never happened. The nurse came back with paperwork, asking if I wanted to file a police report. I stared at her, not knowing what to say. How do you explain that your coworker broke your finger because you reported him for stealing overtime hours? How do you explain that nobody will back you up because they're all scared of losing their jobs? 2 hours earlier, I'd been scanning packages at Dock 7 in the Amazon warehouse. Night shift, only 5 of us in that section. Brad had walked up to me carrying a bottle of industrial-strength Febreze, the kind we use for returns that smell like cigarettes or worse. Since you won't handle your hygiene, I will. He said it loud enough for Marcus, the security guard, to hear from 20 feet away. Before I could move, Brad sprayed it directly in my face. The chemicals burned my eyes and throat. I grabbed for the bottle, trying to push it away, and that's when he seized my wrist. He twisted hard, yanking my arm at an angle it wasn't meant to go. I heard a small pop. Then the pain hit. "Nobody's gonna believe you," Brad said, still gripping my wrist as I gasped. "I've been here 8 years. You've been here 8 months." Marcus stood there watching. I made eye contact with him, pleading. He turned around and walked toward the break room. Brad let go and I stumbled backward, cradling my hand against my chest. My pinky finger was already swelling. The Febreze smell clung to my uniform, making me gag. This wasn't random. Last week, I'd reported Brad to HR for clocking in Tyler when Tyler wasn't even at work. Overtime fraud, Brad and his friends had been doing it for months, rotating who was sick while collecting extra hours. HR said they were looking into it. Then nothing. I pulled up Slack on my phone while waiting for the X-ray results. The Night Shift Warriors group chat told the whole story if you knew where to look. 3 months of escalating comments about my body odor. It started subtle enough. Someone needs better deodorant from Tyler in September. Then Brad in October. How is she not embarrassed? By November, it was constant. I can smell her from receiving. Maybe warehouse work isn't for everyone. Some people just don't care about their coworkers. They knew about my medical condition. I told our supervisor Janet 2 months ago when the comments started. From hydrosis, chronic body odor triggered by the hormonal chaos after having my son 8 and 10 months ago. My body still hadn't balanced out. I tried 4 different prescription antiperspirants. Spent $180 I didn't have on treatments that barely helped. Janet's response? Maybe warehouse work isn't for everyone. The same phrase Brad used in the group chat 2 days later. The pattern was obvious now. The harassment started exactly 1 week after I'd reported the overtime fraud. Every cruel comment, every accidental bump in the aisles, every time someone left air fresheners on my workstation, it all traced back to that report. But patterns don't matter without proof. And Brad was right. 8 years versus 8 months. His friends versus me, alone. My word against his. The nurse returned with more forms. Medical leave paperwork. 5 to 7 days minimum for a finger fracture, she explained. I looked at the signature line and my stomach dropped. I was part-time, no paid medical leave. I did the math in my head. Missing a week meant losing $950. Rent was $1,200 and due next Tuesday. I had $247 in checking. Aiden's formula cost $140 a month. He had to eat. The electricity bill was already past due. My phone showed 3:47 a.m. now. In 3 hours, I was supposed to clock in for my Friday shift. Same warehouse, same section. Brad would be there, probably laughing with Tyler and Marcus about how I'd fallen and hurt myself being clumsy. I looked at the papers again. Sign them and lose my apartment. Don't sign them and go back to face Brad tomorrow morning, knowing he'd won, knowing it would get worse, knowing that nobody, not Janet, not HR, not even Marcus who saw everything, would back me up. "Ma'am?" The nurse was waiting. "Do you need more time?" I needed more than time. I needed a job that didn't break my body. I needed coworkers who didn't punish me for doing the right thing. I needed health insurance that actually covered my medical condition. I needed so many things I wasn't going to get. My finger throbbed as I picked up the pen. Full story on the channel, link below.